Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and welcome to another video where today we're going to be talking about Black Ops 4 because I have not covered Black Ops 4 here on the channel, at least not for a long time anyway. But yes, Black Ops 4 is actually going to be the next Call of Duty game in case you guys do not know, and if you guys didn't know the next Call of Duty game was going to be Black Ops 4, then I don't know where the hell you guys have been. But yes, it has been officially announced that the next Call of Duty game is Black Ops 4, and everyone is up in the air and very excited about it because, you know, the first Black Ops games, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3, those games were very good. You know, I think they executed those games very, very well. I think Black Ops could be definitely fixed because it is an old Call of Duty game. I think any video game can be fixed. You know, no video game out there is perfect except for maybe Call of Duty Ghosts. I'm kidding. But anyway, yes, Black Ops 4 is the next Call of Duty game. The first three games were very good. Black Ops 3 was, even though it was advanced movement, it was still considered a very, very good Call of Duty game. But, you know, what can we expect in this next Call of Duty game, you guys? You know, there really isn't much to talk about. All we really know about Black Ops 4 is that we're going to have more information on, like, what, May 15th, 18th, something like that, somewhere in May. I can't remember the exact date. And that Black Ops 4 is coming out on October 12th, which is surprising because normally Call of Duty games come out in the month November, and they decide to actually release this next Call of Duty game a month earlier. So I wonder why they're doing that. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I'm not even sure if we'll ever get an answer for that, but hallelujah, you know, we're getting a Call of Duty game earlier than what we thought we would. So anyway, what about Black Ops 4? What can we expect in this next Call of Duty game? So there's a rumor going on that this next Call of Duty game is going to be taking place in the year 2020, which is kind of a big deal with Call of Duty now because, you know, we see Call of Duty take a turn where it went too far in the future. You know, Call of Duty Ghosts, I have no idea what year that took place in. To me, Call of Duty Ghosts was more like an alternate universe, but in modern day or something like that. That's how I felt that Call of Duty Ghosts was. But Black Ops 2 took place in the year 2025, which is technically the future. And then, of course, we got Infinite Warfare, which took place in even farther in the future, Advanced Warfare, and then Black Ops 3, really far in the future, like, we're just going into the future, you know. But, of course, now we have Call of Duty World War II. We took a step back, which I think was really nice, and I never actually experienced a Call of Duty game that took place during World War II, so at least during its prime, I should say. I mean, I have played Call of Duty games back then, but, I mean, yeah. So, anyway, what about Black Ops 4? So if it's going to be taking the year 2020, then I think we can expect it to be similar to Black Ops 2. At least that's how I imagine it, because Black Ops 2 took place in the year 2025, and since it's going to be taking place in the year 5 years before Black Ops 2, assumingly anyway, we don't actually officially know this yet, it's just been rumors going on. The only reason why we say it's going to be taking place in the year 2020 is because the guy who leaked us information that the next Call of Duty game was going to be Black Ops 4, everything he said is right, and he said that the next game is going to be taking place in the year 2020. So, I mean, why shouldn't we believe him if he already knew what the next Call of Duty game was going to be? So, I don't know. So anyway, yes, if it's going to be taking place year 2020, I like to imagine it as playing Black Ops 2, and that's a good thing, you know. Black Ops 2, it's a boots-on-the-ground Call of Duty game. All the weapons, they are pretty evenly balanced. There wasn't like one weapon that was super outstanding and way better than all the other weapons, so which is a good thing. I think every Call of Duty game should be like that. But, you know, I mean, I don't really know what else. I mean, we don't really know anything else about the game. So I like to think of Black Ops 2, but also think of it modern day. So I like to think of Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3 combined. Maybe, I mean, that would be kind of cool, honestly, because Modern Warfare 3 was my very first Call of Duty game. I mean, technically, it was my first Call of Duty game. I mean, I could go on my entire story about what my first Call of Duty game is, but technically, Modern Warfare 3 is when I first started getting into Call of Duty. And, you know, right after Modern Warfare 3 came out Black Ops 2, so I experienced both those games during their prime, and so having both those games mashed together I think would be pretty cool in my personal opinion. I would really enjoy that, honestly. Yeah, I would really enjoy that. I think that would be cool. So think of like a Modern Warfare 3 setting, but with maybe Black Ops 2 weapons, kill streaks, maps, I don't know, something like that, just a mashup. That's what I like to think of it, you know. That's just my personal opinion. But another thing we should not expect is advanced movement and specialists. You know, Black Ops 3, we saw the improvement of the advanced movement with jetpacks and wall running, and even we could swim underwater and have gunfights underwater. To me, that is the best feature in Black Ops 3. I honestly think that is the best feature we saw in Call of Duty to date. Actually, maybe not Call of Duty to date, but that's one of the best features anyway. way that you can swim underwater and have gunfights underwater. If they don't have that in Black Ops 4, then I don't know what Treyarch's doing at their freaking office, because that is a mandatory thing in my personal opinion. I think having fights underwater is totally badass, and I just think it needs to happen. But also Specialists, you know. Specialists was something that was introduced in Black Ops 3, and I personally don't think it will be in Black Ops 2 for a couple of reasons. First of all, it makes the game way more random than it actually should be, and using some of these specialists are very powerful. Like, for example, the Scythe, right? The Scythe is basically like a minigun coming out of your arm because you're playing as a robot, you know, so it's more like makes sense in that game, right? You have a minigun that comes out of your arm and you can just totally melt people with it, and really the enemies can't do anything about it. Same with the flamethrower. The moment you get hit by those flames, just if they touch you once with those little flames, then you're gonna die. And so it kind of makes the game more random, and I personally don't think it's gonna be in Black Ops 4, but then again, I don't know. Also, another reason why I don't think we're gonna see advanced movement or specialists in Black Ops 4 is because we're going back before Black Ops 2, and in Black Ops 2 we didn't have specialists, and we didn't have an advanced movement. Of course, Black Ops 2 was made a long time ago, and the developers weren't thinking about that at the time, but since we are going back in time, I just think it would make sense that we didn't have that stuff. I don't know. That's just what I think. Maybe we will have specialists. I do think it's gonna be boots on the ground, though. I don't think we're going to have any jetpacks, so I think that makes logical sense since Black Ops 2 didn't have any jetpacks. So if we're going back in time before Black Ops 2, why would we have jetpacks before Black Ops 2? I don't know. That doesn't really make sense to me, but I can definitely see it being boots on the ground, but specialists and maybe a little bit iffy. We may actually see specialists return. I have no idea. But what else can Treyarch bring to Call of Duty that can bring it back to its roots? One thing they can do is basically not introduce anything new at all, you know? I kind of wonder about this, you know? This is kind of an interesting thing that's been kind of going on in my head. What if they don't introduce anything new, you know? What if everything we see in Black Ops 4 is something we've already seen in every Call of Duty game? Remember, people used to complain about this. Like, people complain that Call of Duty is the same game every year. There's nothing new to the table that we've seen. But that's not true. Lately, Call of Duty has been so innovative lately. We've been seeing new things in each of their games. I mean, like, heck, you know, Call of Duty Ghosts. Even back then, people were still saying that, but there was things about Call of Duty Ghosts that definitely made the game a lot different. First of all, there was like some sort of evolution type features where you can destroy like a gas station and like the whole thing will fall down. You can destroy a wall, so you can like make a head glitch spot, which wasn't really that good of an idea. Also, Call of Duty Ghosts had a leaning feature, which has never been introduced in a Call of Duty game ever since, so maybe Black Ops 4 will have a leaning feature. I have no idea. But what can Treyarch bring to the table that we have not seen yet? And I'm really excited to see what they might come up with, you know. I'm really excited to what they might have in store for us of something brand new, something we've never seen. But like I said before, maybe they won't bring anything new to the table. Maybe, like, the reason why some of the older Call of Duty games were so popular and people loved playing them is because they were very simple. There wasn't a lot to the game, you know. There wasn't a crap ton of features that totally just flooded the game with, like, supply drops and microtransactions that made people run away. I don't know. There's just so many things about Black Ops 4 that I could talk about, and I could speculate and go on forever about, but we don't really know anything about Black Ops 4. So anyway, those are my thoughts and opinions about Black Ops 4 and what we might possibly see in this next upcoming Call of Duty game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating for whatever you guys feel this video deserves, and of course, comment down below. What do you guys think is going to be in Black Ops 4? Do you guys think we're going to have advanced movement, boots on the ground, a specialist return, something totally different that I've never heard anybody else say that we should have in a Call of Duty game? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I would love to see what you guys think of, and of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more Call of Duty videos later in the future, and I shall catch you guys later.